Archaeological techniques. Despite what some people think, archaeologists are not Indiana Jones type men in brown fedora hats, cracking whips and fighting off Nazis. This is not what archaeology is about. Rather, it is about investigating how people lived in the past, where they lived, how and where they worked, what they believed, and how they organised their lives. Finding archaeological sites. Finding potential archaeological sites are revealed in a variety of ways. Traditional human activities such as ploughing or construction of roads have led to many chance finds, such as Pompeii and also Herculaneum. Modern warfare has sometimes revealed artifacts and potential archaeological sites. For example, soldiers in the Gallipoli campaign found ancient artifacts that had been exposed when the trenches were dug. The use of aircraft during World War I led to aerial photography, which opened up new possibilities for archaeology. During World War II, the construction of airfields and the bombing of buildings exposed many potential archaeological sites. Clues to the location of ancient sites can sometimes be found in ancient literature. Heinrich Schliemann used Homer's epic poem, the Iliad, to find the ancient city of Troy, supposed site of the Trojan War. Ancient maps, legends, folklore, and place names can all provide clues to the archaeologists about where to begin excavation. Methods of locating ancient sites. Potential archaeological sites may be discovered using modern technology and some of the very latest scientific developments. Coming up is an outline of a range of these methods, including aerial surveys and geophysical surveys. Crop marks are irregularities in crop growth observed from the air or another high position that reveal archaeological features. Crops that are planted in shallow soil above remains of buildings, walls, or roads ripen late and do not grow tall. Conversely, crops planted in ancient ditches or pits ripen early and do grow tall. From the air, crop marks outlining ancient remains can be detected clearly. Soil marks are differences in soil colour caused by archaeological features. They can be seen from the air after a field has been ploughed. Where a ditch, pit or mound once existed, the soil that has been turned over may be darker in colour than the soil of the rest of the field. This can expose the outline of buried features such as walls, buildings, or even entire settlements. Shadow marks are surface shadows that indicate possible underground features such as earthworks and ditches. These marks are available from the air when very low earthworks or mounds cast shadows at dawn, sunset, or in winter months when the sun is low in the sky. Satellite photography locates sites from space using satellite remote sensing technology. Satellite imaging is more efficient than the aerial photography because it takes over 200 aerial mapping photos to cover the same area as a single satellite image. LiDAR, light detection and ranging mapping, is an optical remote sensing technology that uses laser light to map the ground surface and objects present on or just below the surface of the Earth. Ground survey. Field walking involved walking systematically across a site to note its physical features and record surface finds such as pottery, fragments, differing soil colours, or remains of buildings. Find spots are plotted on a site map. Concentrations of finds indicate good places to start excavation. Ground penetrating radar, or GPR, is a geophysical method in which radar pulses are used to produce images of the subsurface. Radar signals in the form of electromagnetic pulses are directed into the ground. A receiver records the reflections from buried objects such as changes in soil composition. The time taken for the signal to reflect to the receiver indicates the depth. Data received are plotted on a profile map of the site. GPR is most useful in uniform sandy soil conditions like those found in Egypt. Resistivity is a survey method in which a resistivity meter is used to pass an electric current between two metal probes in the ground to measure the resistance of the soil to the current. Buried walls are indicated by a high resistance, whereas pits and ditches have a lower resistance. Magnetometry is a survey method used to identify areas of human activity by mapping variations and contrasts in the magnetic properties of soil and subsoil. These magnetic properties can be detected using a proton magnometer. The highest readings come from iron, brick, burnt soil, and rock, so archaeological features such as made of these materials can easily be detected. Lower readings indicate disturbed soils or decayed organic materials. What lies beneath? LiDAR mapping and the Angkor complex. The temples of Angkor were built between AD 802 and 1220 by the Khmer civilization, whose kings ruled over a vast domain that reached from Vietnam to China to the Bay of Bengal. The surviving structures are the remains of a religious, social, and administrative complex. The palaces, public buildings, and houses built of wood have long since disappeared, leaving only the stone temple structures still standing. LiDAR mapping of the Angkor region, a project led by Australian archaeologist Professor Roland Fisher and Dr. Damien Evans, revealed that the temple complexes and the urban landscapes surrounding them were much more extensive than previously thought. Angkor Wat is now known to have had urban areas on both sides of its famous moat. The former capital, Angkor Thom, which included Angkor Wat, now covers an area more than 33 square kilometres, 4 times larger than the original estimates. These discoveries support existing theories about the decline and collapse of Angkor. Its growth was ultimately unsustainable. According to Dr. Evans, what you have is an urban structure that is analogous or similar to the giant low-density megacities that had developed in the 20th century with the advent of the car. It is a dense urban core surrounded by a vast lower density periphery or sprawl. Thank you.